Hello. Could everybody please take their seats? And while you're taking your seats, if you could silence your phones, that'd be much appreciated. Well, hello, my name is David Senkfor. I'm the president of the Jewish Free Loan of Greater Phoenix, and so happy that you could all join us today. We're going to reflect on many of the things that the Jewish Free Loan does to impact the community, and also show our gratitude, so we call it a gratitude gathering, to all the people who support us. We thank you very much for doing that. And to start the afternoon off, I'm going to ask Rabbi Yisrael Isaacs to come up, and who's our JFL rabbinic advisor, and enlighten us with his Devar Torah.
Thank you, David. Really great to see everyone. In a comment that reveals his keen sense of irony, along with his late blooming sympathy to religious faith, NASA physicist Robert Jastrow, who lived from 1925 to 2008, wrote regarding the origin of the universe and the Big Bang Theory that for the scientist who has lived by his faith in the power of reason, the story ends like a bad dream. He has scaled the mountain of ignorance. He is about to conquer its highest peak. As he pulls himself over the final rock, he is greeted by a band of theologians who have been sitting there for centuries. The same could be said about the topic of gratitude. Now that science is finally, only very recently, giving it the attention that our Jewish tradition has long argued that it deserves. What exactly have researchers discovered about gratitude? Since we are sitting here at this lovely Jewish Free Loan Gratitude Gathering, multiple studies suggest that grateful people may be healthier, and that by increasing feelings of gratitude, they are encouraged to adopt even healthier habits. The psychological benefits of living with gratitude are nothing less than astonishing. One report summarizes that in general, more grateful people are happier, more satisfied with their lives, less materialistic, and less likely to suffer from burnout. Additionally, some studies have found that gratitude practices, like keeping what's called a gratitude journal or writing a letter of gratitude, can increase people's happiness and overall positive mood. Feeling grateful reduces susceptibility to depression. It increases resilience following traumatic events, while it encourages the development of other virtues like patience, humility, and wisdom. This is incredible stuff. I have not yet been able to locate data about whether listening to Grateful Dead music has the same salubrious effects. No system cultivates inner gratitude quite like Judaism. Our regimen of daily prayer, and especially the long list of daily and periodic blessings that we recite, are the most obvious facilitators of gratitude in Jewish life. In the broadest strokes, these recitations help us affirm the physical, mental, and material blessings that we enjoy. They help us articulate appreciation of the awesomeness and beauty of the natural universe, and they help us acknowledge the passage of time and the yearly seasons. A lesser-known epicenter of gratitude in the Torah is the mitzvah, the commandment of Bikurim, which is the first fruits which are connected to the holiday of Shavuot, which is coming up in 3 weeks. Jewish farmers would put aside the first fruits of the new crop that would ripen towards the end of the spring. And starting at Shavuot, which is, as I said, coming right up, they would bring them to the temple in Jerusalem and express their gratitude to the Almighty for bringing the Jewish people to the land and giving us this fruit to eat or to sell. And incidentally, this only applies to the 7 species of the land, which are featured, I believe, in the refreshments outside. When you separate a small amount of your income, in this case, it was about 1 out of every 60 fruits that grew that year, you not only feel and express gratitude, you also acknowledge that you view yourself not so much as the owner of your wealth, but as its trustee. It is yours not only to use for yourself, but to benefit others as well. That is precisely the big-hearted attitude that everyone here at this Jewish Free Loan event, Jewish Free Loan supporters, live by. You have generously shared what you have been blessed with to benefit others, many others, throughout our community. May you and your families continue to enjoy and, just as important, feel the gratitude for your many blessings for years and years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi Isaacs, for that beautiful Devar Torah and for being with us today. Hi, everyone. I'm happy that you could join us for our 2022 Gratitude Gathering. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm grateful that the suns don't start until 5, but I'm going to approach it with gratitude, so I'm grateful for that as well. It's wonderful to be together this afternoon as we approach the close of our current program year, prepare to embark on our 73rd year of empowering people through interest-free lending, and take this opportunity to honor a man who has impacted Jewish Free Loan in a multitude of ways. When I'm preparing remarks for an event or writing an article for Jewish Free Loan, I often research quotes to help spark inspiration or identify the direction I'd like to take. In preparation for today, I was researching quotes on things like lending, borrowing, microfinance. Not really anything of surprise there. However, much to my dismay, the quotes that my internet search provided were overwhelmingly negative. They reference things like losing friends, not mixing family and finances, lack of integrity, poor decision-making. I think you get the picture. Not very pleasant. Then I came across a quote attributed to Bob Hope. It read, "A bank is a place that will lend you money if you can prove that you don't need it." These words gave me pause and significant food for thought. What followed was an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the existence of this organization and the vision of our founders, who more than 7 decades ago recognized the importance and positive impact of lending, long before the internet could negatively weigh in on the topic. The JFL board and staff often say, JFL is a lending institution, but we are not a bank. Our goal is to reach and help members of the Jewish community who need and can benefit from the financial resources that we provide. We are a place that will lend you money when you need it, not when you can prove that you don't. This year, we were here for the couple with chronic illness facing a $3,000 APS bill because they had medical issues and loss of employment during the pandemic. We were here for the elderly gentleman who needed to replace his worn-out couch and mattress, but couldn't pay in full, nor qualify for financing through the furniture store. We were here for the woman who was struggling to feed her children and pay rent when she lost her job and was unsuccessfully interviewing for minimum wage jobs for months before finally finding gainful employment. We were here for the family in need of expensive fertility treatments. We were here for students embarking on or continuing their educational journey, developing skills and experience that will change their lives, and in many cases, change the world. And for so many more Jewish people who were able to address their short-term needs and meet their long-term goals because JFL and our donors were here to help. Since June 1st of 2021, we've assisted nearly 90 households, providing more than $630,000 in interest-free loans. The fiscal year is not yet over. We still have 2 weeks left in May, and new inquiries and applications are submitted every single day. This year, we have also distributed more than 100 food and gas cards to help people as the cost of both of these things continues to soar, as we all know. With the support provided by a grant from the Now Gen Giving Circle of the Jewish Federation of Greater Phoenix, we were able to create a client workstation in our office suite, increasing accessibility to our interest-free loan program for individuals with limited access to technology and with time-sensitive needs. We have implemented systems to increase accessibility in other ways as well. Through electronic applications, virtual interviews, and e-signature capabilities, we can be more responsive to our clients' needs while being sensitive to their time and mobility constraints and protective of their mental and physical well-being and privacy. The board and staff continue to work together to refine and build programs that are responsive and adaptable to our community's needs and the unique situations of the people who come to us for financial assistance. We are grateful to our donors who believe in our mission and support our work. We are grateful to our philanthropic partners, including the Jewish Community Foundation, Jewish Federation, and Arizona Community Foundation. We are grateful to our community partners, including Jewish Family and Children's Service, who vet all emergency inquiries, and so many other organizations who ensure that their clients and constituents know that we are here to help. We are grateful to our dedicated and visionary board of directors who champion financial empowerment through interest-free lending. We are grateful to our borrowers who entrust us with their stories during some of the most vulnerable times in their lives. We are grateful for the guarantors who support their family members, friends, and loved ones in the loan process. We are grateful for our team of dedicated staff members who ensure that JFL is able to make a difference every single day. And we are grateful, once again, for this opportunity to be together with you today. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Alexa Roeder, who is here with us today. She is one of the student loan recipients that I mentioned earlier, and she's here to share her JFL story with all of us. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. All right. Good afternoon. Thank you, Ellie, for introducing me. I want to first start by thanking JFL and their whole team for thinking of me to speak to you today and for giving the privilege of being here and speaking to you all. I promised Jessie Lynn I would keep this short and sweet, and I will. But I wanted to take a few minutes to share my story and the profound impact that this organization and this community have had on my life. My name is Alexa Roeder. I am currently a doctoral candidate of molecular and cellular biology at Arizona State. I'm a former Camp Stein camper, counselor, doting Hebrew school teacher, and longstanding loud and proud member of the Jewish community. I began my relationship with JFL back in 2018, as I began in pursuit of higher education by completing a master's degree. I joined my lab more than 6 years ago as an eager undergraduate hoping to go to medical school. Much to my surprise, I fell in love with basic science, working in a field that I found myself completely enamored by. As my time as an undergrad neared its end, I knew I wasn't done. And I enrolled myself in a master's program in order to stay in the world of clinical research just a little while longer. I quickly found myself in need of financial support in order to fund my time as a full-time graduate researcher, and became increasingly aware of just how limited institutional funding was for young grad students like myself. Fast forward a few years, and I not so ironically have found myself in a very similar position as I enter the final years of my PhD. Like many labs around the world, our research efforts shifted dramatically at the start of the pandemic. As such, I've spent every day since studying the immune response to COVID-19 natural infection and vaccination. And I'll spare you all the details, but I'm happy to talk with anyone after who's interested. And instead share with bittersweet relief that I plan to graduate in the next year or two, which I am certain would not have been possible without the generous education loan made possible by the people in this room. As an academic, I'm sure you've heard either publish or perish. Well, as a graduate student, I've learned that you either teach for funding or fumble. While I've loved every course I've taught, from freshman microbiology to 4th and 5th grade Hebrew school, I'm truly grateful for the experience, but I've learned that teaching college science courses as a grad student requires that you split your time in half, and in turn, partially neglect your research. Like many others, it's not a perfect system. This loan gave me the chance to change that. On a more personal note, I recently turned 26, and we all know what that means from a health insurance perspective. And as a person with a long-established chronic illness, I'm also currently learning to navigate what it means to pay for extensive medical care and treatment. The loan I received has insurmountably helped to ease the financial burden of navigating how to pay for school, life and housing, and health-related costs. As a part-time patient and full-time student with very annoying questions at doctor's visits, I've been told on a few occasions in the past year that, quote, medicine just isn't there yet. And while these words are discouraging on their surface for anyone to hear, they're also a driving force for my persistence in the field that I'm currently in, and for my continuation on my journey as a young scientist. These words to me are, dare I say, inspiring. As I conclude a degree that highlighted some of the heavier aspects of the last few years, both professionally and personally, I remain passionate and eager with plans to stay in clinical research. And in this field, I hope to be one more loud, proud Jewish voice in helping to bridge the gap between science and medicine. I want to once again thank JFL for the amazing work that they do, that you all do, and expressed my sincerest gratitude to the donors that are here today that have made experiences like mine and others possible. You've impacted my life in ways that I'm not sure I even know just yet or am able to articulate adequately. But I'm hopeful to one day be in a position to pay it forward and to do what you all have done for me for the next generation. Thank you all, and Shavua Tov.
Alexa, thank you so much for that story. As board members, I'm sure all you in the audience know that due to privacy concerns, we are not privy to all the loan details that we actually make the loans for. And it's such a privilege to actually hear a story like that. And I can't even say how excited I am that we made a difference in your life. Well, right now I'd like to welcome Debbie Finkel to the stage. She's a current board member and she's the co-chair of our Governments and Board Development Committee. She's going to be announcing and installing our new board and thanking our board members that are leaving us. Debbie, it's all yours.
Thank you, David. To the incoming officers and directors, please stand as I call your name so that everybody in the room can share the joy and gratitude we have of having you with us. David Sangfor, you have to stand up and be seen. You have to come over here so you can be seen. He was trying to hide again. Laura Drackler, Executive Vice President. Becky Hoffman-Azulay is Vice President. Carol Zaitchik, Treasurer. Peter Kaspari, Assistant Treasurer. Joel Superfan, Secretary. Ora Zutler, Past President. Directors Madeline Berg, Ian Kornbluth, who's one of our newest. Diana Bookbinder, Joan Lipson, myself, I am standing, you can all see me. Jeff Stanless, Deborah Friednash, Dan Ten, and Richard Kleiner. You've been elected to important positions within the Jewish Free Loan. This is an indication of our esteem and confidence in all of you and us, because we're here. We believe you will uphold the high traditions and that you will further the mission and vision of JFL. By virtue of having your name presented, you agreed to fulfill the responsibilities of your offices to the best ability and in accordance with the governance documents. As co-chair of the Board Development and Nominations Committee, I hereby declare new officers and directors. Your positions are effective June 1st, 2022. Thank you. To our exiting board members, we have certificates over here that we will make sure you get in a little bit. Sheila Kerwin, please stand. Amanda Garcia, Simon Kreisenberger, Julie Landau-Shahan, and Stacy Wittenberg. We appreciate and thank all of you for your years of dedication and service to JFL. We welcome your continuing support of JFL in the future. Please accept these certificates and we'll make sure you get them, of appreciation from JFL to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Debbie. I'd like to welcome everybody to the new and improved board for this year. First, I'd like to say that, pardon? Sorry. Ad-lib. Anyhow, I'd like to say thank you very much to our board and staff, without whom we would not have been able to accomplish all we have in the past year. I'd especially like to recognize our staff, starting with Ellen Friedman-Sachs, who's hiding way back in the corner here. She's our executive director, of course. We have Jessie Lynn Herschel, our marketing and communication manager, standing over there by the door. Freddie Brown, our service coordinator. We have Carolyn Carrier, our administrative assistant and office manager, one of our newer people. I'm sorry, everybody's standing out in the hall, that's okay. And Rhonda Keene, she is our accounting manager. So let's give them a big hand, because they're the ones who get the job done every day. Yeah, they're all here working. Anyhow, after almost 2 years of working virtually, this year, the JFL staff and volunteers, we were able to begin in-person engagement and interviews once again. We kicked off our outreach with our annual Mishpatim Moments program, and we're again invited into synagogues, religious schools, and day schools to speak about our mission, and also about financial literacy and the resources that JFL has to offer. We're also able to deepen our relationship with Gesher Disability Resources and hosted a Gesher get-together event. Participants played games, colored tzedakah cans, and were able to ask questions about interest-free lending. We also forged a new path with our young adult outreach by meeting with both AE and AE at ASU, as well as co-sponsoring a Shabbat dinner at Moishe House on the campus. These opportunities to reengage the community have reinvigorated our programs and allowed us to forge ahead with new ideas as we embark on our 73rd year. We continue to serve as the headquarters for the International Association of Jewish Free Loans, also known as IAJFL. Tina Scheinbein, our former executive director, is running that for us. This past October, our executive director, Ellen, was installed as the president of the executive committee of the IAJFL. Phoenix Free Loan continues to serve as a great resource to the rest of the community, hosting the first IAJFL Lunch and Learn event, and also connecting with other agency staff and volunteers as a sounding board. The kind of things we do here are, we upload up to Dropbox, and many of the other cities around the country download these documents because we have a phenomenal research bank of things that we do here. With Ellen's leadership and Phoenix's many years of existence, we hope to continue to be a pillar of the IAJFL community. These are just a few of the great things we've been able to accomplish this past year with the support of donors like you. Thank you for believing in our mission and vision and hope to propel us forward. I look forward to continuing to serve this organization for the coming year and know that we will have even more great things to say at our next Gratitude Gathering. I'd also like to mention that if you haven't had the opportunity to see our Gratitude Gathering webpage, be sure to check that out at jewishfreeloan.org/GG2022. If you weren't able to write that down, I'll tell you about it later if you want. There are a few donor recognition lists. Well, there you can find our list, the slate of the new board members and our board of directors, and some more exciting details about what kinds of things we have accomplished this year. I'd also like to encourage you to like and follow our Facebook and Instagram pages as another way to connect with JFL. Thank you very much for our support and your support for the last year. As you probably read in the invitation, we have a very special presentation today. It is the presentation of the Harry Adler Memorial Leadership Award. The Harry Adler Award is given to present or past board members who have followed Harry Adler, his lead, by going above and beyond. These individuals have set an example for other volunteers and ensure that Jewish Free Loan will be here for future generations. Larry Moffitt has truly exemplified these sentiments throughout his time as a board member at large, treasurer, president, and past president. He was instrumental in supporting JFL's effort to create an endowment fund and planned career giving opportunities. He's not only offered his advice many times and support as a CPA, but is incredibly caring and has always looked out for the well-being of fellow board members and staff as well. Larry, in honor of this occasion, we have prepared a short video for you. So here we go.
Larry Mazal Tov. When I started thinking about what an honor this was for you and how long you and I and Harry Adler, blessed memory, knew each other, I had to stop after I got to 40 plus years. But I do remember when you came onto the board, you said CPAs are either treasurers or presidents, or sometimes they get to do both. But not only did you get to do both, there are two things I'm thinking of right now that you added to the board that had nothing to do with being treasurer or being president, but just a skill of your leadership and commitment to Jewish Free Loan. You were involved with plan giving and endowment for Jewish Free Loan way before we ever started getting involved with the Foundation's Life and Legacy program. You had the vision to see how important it was for us as an organization to secure our financial security by investing in our endowment plan giving program. The other thing that I think about when I think of your leadership is you were very concerned that not only the board of directors, but the staff of Jewish Free Loan should be aware of burnout and to be careful that none of us were putting in so much time and so many hours and so committed to the organization that it caused us to burn out and have to leave sooner than we would have normally left. And so because of you, we have a commitment from Jewish Free Loan to make sure that our staff and our board are happy, committed volunteers who no longer suffer from burnout. You are well deserving of this honor. Mazal tov and congratulations.
Congratulations and mazel tov, Larry, for being selected as the 2022 recipient of the Harry Adler Memorial Leadership Award. It was a real honor and pleasure serving on the Jewish Free Loan Board with you, and I can't think of a finer ambassador for the Jewish Free Loan. You selflessly served on the board for over 15 years, and we appreciated your leadership, your professional accounting advice, and the countless hours you devoted to the Jewish Free Loan. We're proud of you, Larry. Congratulations on this wonderful honor.
Hi, honey. I'm so proud of you for receiving the Harry Adler Memorial Leadership Award. Harry would be proud of you also. We met Harry many years ago. We even bought our son's bedroom furniture from Harry. You knew you wanted to be a leader in the community as you went on 2 Federation leadership trips to Israel. You have left a lasting legacy in the Jewish and secular community, and I am so happy to see you receive this award. Love you.
Mazel tov, Larry.
You've impacted countless lives with your leadership and contribution to the organization.
Thank you for being an amazing role model to us and to everyone in the Jewish community.
Congratulations, Saba. We are all so proud of you. Thank you for all your hard work and energy with Jewish Free Loan. You're the best. We love you.
Well, Larry, you're already up on stage here, but I think we can all appreciate, all of us current board members and past board members, there is no doubt that you have earned this award. I know you were a little reluctant at first, but I'm so glad you're here today, and I'm more than happy to present you with this award.
I just want you to know that, yes, secrets can be kept. I was not aware of any of this, and what's even more surprising is I look down. I look at all these faces in my family who did all this, and forget the speech. I might as well go sit down. There's nothing better than what was said there or what I just experienced. So thank you. I'm kind of overwhelmed and kind of speechless. However, those of you who know me, you know I'm never speechless. I somehow will always find a way to speak. But the Harry Adler Leadership Award is very special to me. As was mentioned, Harry was indirectly a mentor to me. He was a longtime client, and I observed how he treated and interacted with his customers, and I followed his example throughout my career. As was also mentioned, Harry was one of the founders of the Phoenix Jewish Free Loan and instrumental in my becoming involved in the organization. Whenever I met with Harry after our business was done, he would then say, "Larry, why aren't you involved in Jewish Free Loan?" And of course, year after year, I would always come up with what I thought was a reasonable reason, or in his eyes, probably excuse. Well, he was persistent. Oh my goodness, was he persistent. And of course, one time I said yes. And he was right. I thank you, Harry. So because of you, it has been an extremely rewarding journey. It has been exciting watching Phoenix Jewish Free Loan grow from really an unknown Jewish charity in Phoenix to growing to be one of the most respected Jewish organizations in the world. It has an international reputation for excellence, and within the International Jewish Free Loan Association community, there's nothing but pride, as you heard. Internationally, people look to Phoenix Jewish Free Loan on how to do things right. Going to an International Jewish Free Loan Convention is exciting. When you say you are from Phoenix, all you get is admiration, you see people's eyes light up, and you hear nothing but praise. Leadership is easily learned when there are others to show you the way. I would like to thank my parents who lacked the financial wherewithal to be supportive of Jewish or secular charities. However, they gave endless hours of support to help these organizations and actually provide the way for myself. I want to thank my wife, Nancy, who I jokingly have always referred to as a professional volunteer. As she received many awards and accolades for her efforts, I also got involved and grew in her shadows. I want to thank my son, Tavon, my daughter-in-law, Tara, and my remarkable, adorable 3 granddaughters, Ellie, Rachel, and Samantha, for being here and sharing the excitement of the event with me. It's easy to be a leader at Jewish Free Loan, for there is a phenomenal professional staff. They are small in number, but they perform and accomplish so many things that a group much larger than them would accomplish. When you ask, can something be done? And as recently as earlier today, the answer is always the same. Sure, no problem. And not only is it accomplished, it's accomplished with a smile on their faces. It is easy to be a leader at Jewish Free Loan when you have an executive committee and board of directors as dedicated as these people. There are no personal agendas. They are all in sync in the accomplishment of the mission of the organization. Like all boards, they do their share of paper shuffling, but they all serve on multiple committees. They are in the trenches performing the tasks of the organization. When someone accepts a project, there's no need to micromanage. You know that it will not only will it be done, it will be accomplished beyond your expectations. It's easy to be a leader at Jewish Free Loan when there is such a supportive and dedicated contribution base. You provide the financial means for us to accomplish the mission of Jewish Free Loan. You provide the funds to do such mundane things as pay the rent, the utility bill, buy paper, buy postage stamps, to providing the funds to do all those heartwarming services that you have heard about during the program. So, thank you for this honor. I am truly humbled, and maybe my body language spoke about it. Yes, I am truly humbled. This is a beautiful presentation from Jewish Free Loan, the Harry Adler Memorial Leadership Award, presented to Larry Moffitt, today's date, a beautiful mezuzah, and it will be displayed in a prominent place in my home. But although I have this tangible object in my home, it is all of you who are the honorees. It is all of you for your collective efforts that made it possible for me to stand here to be honored this afternoon. Because of all of you, it is easy to be a leader at Jewish Free Loan. Thank you very much.
Mazel tov, Larry. Thank you for your beautiful remarks and for being a very special part of the JFL family. As you can imagine, there are many moving parts that come together to make an event like this possible. A little earlier, David mentioned the JFL staff and listed everyone, but I also wanted to be sure to say a very special thank you to Aviva Levine. She left the organization last month, but was our longtime development associate and played a key role in helping to conceptualize today's event, and played a key and important role in the success of Jewish Free Loan this year. And I also would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Jessie Lynn Herschel, who almost single-handedly, I definitely saw two hands involved at some times, executed this event. So thank you very, very much for your hard work and vision. And last, but certainly not least, I'd like to thank you all again for joining us today. We hope you have a happy and healthy summer, and we look forward to being able to join together as a community again soon. Thank you so much.